Flag Lane, they decided to extend the road. They've now added this bit to it. The actual road they were doing is not altered. They've still got the grids high, so they've not done that. They've just started this new bit. This is one thing Cheshire East are very good at. There's a grid there and the path isn't going to that grid, so what have you got? A big puddle. And that's sort of typical of the roadworks in Cheshire East. So we did say last week how part of the road down there was like the Rocky Hills of Calcutta. So now they're doing the whole road from Flag Lane there, round the corner there, and all the way up here. And they have gone down quite deep. You can see how far out of the ground the grids are, so they've got to put a hell of a lot of this stuff down. It must be a good 8 inches, I would think, if not more there. So they've got to get 8 inches of roadworks down. Well, this is getting just stupid now. We've reported this last week. It was 3 weeks, so it's now 4 weeks. And all these barriers are blowing into the road, falling over. If you're a mother and baby, you're going to struggle to get down here. There's no work being done for 4 weeks, over 4 weeks. And when they were, it was one little tiny grid right the way up the top there. And we can see in this bit that they fell down. They often blow into the traffic, causing accidents. This is just crazy. I've not been to Minshull New Road for quite a while, but now we've actually got a bit of progress. We can see a physical roundabout and even a road, or part of a road done anyway. So they are closing this again just to cause a bit of confusion. At least there is a bit of progress for once. Presumably this will be the road off Minshull New Road onto the roundabout there. Yeah, Minshull New Road is going to close for 6 weeks from the 24th. So it'll be hard to get to places like Northwich if Middlewich Street's blocked as well. On Bentley we've still got the big crane, but most of the building seems to be sort of more or less finished now. At least it's quicker than the car park uptown, isn't it? Another week, another dollar. Monday morning and the crane's not moving, the other one they're playing about with. Well, there's about, what I can see is 3 people on site, just not a massive activity of hundreds of people trying to catch up with the fact they've been closed for weeks. We've got 2 diggers around here that seem to be making big holes. But certainly not a massive people running about doing a lot of work. Well, a couple of weeks ago we did say how nice the wildflower beds were by the market centre. But now they've dug them all up and there's absolutely nothing, so it's a bit late in the day to sort of go and replant, but both beds are non-existent, so we'll have to wait and see. And what's concerning a lot of people can hold it steady. See these little bits of concrete here? That's what's supporting all the floors. Try and come down a bit. You can see there the floor is resting on that little tiny bit of concrete. And a lot of people were very worried that the massive floor and a couple of bits of concrete like that. Well, if the site is back up and running, it's doing a pretty good job of hiding all the workers. I expect to be workers crawling here and everywhere getting the job done, but nobody about, nothing happening. The White Line in Full Lane has had all its windows redesigned, shall we say. We've had a problem, all the bus stops smashed up in the West End down Underwood Lane. And you can see why it takes so long to do these road works. It's Wednesday morning and Flag Lane, not a soul about, no work being done whatsoever. No wonder it takes till September to get it done. Well, a big wheel by Asda, we did do a video on it a few weeks ago, but there's been a lot of comments on that Facebook. Whereas people posted pictures on the video, you can see a lot more the state of it. So all broken bricks, weeds everywhere, graffiti. Even the monument itself, half the bricks are smashed. Just gives the impression, doesn't it, of a town nobody cares about, that it's a dump. I mean, all the weeds and the rubbish and things, it's like a 5-minute job, isn't it? And to actually fix the actual wheel, probably a bit more, but we've got graffiti over there. And everywhere you look, it's just a run-down, godforsaken town, isn't it? And if you're an investor, you think, nah, ain't going there. Around the corner you've got graffiti. This used to, of course, be a chemist. And we've got dead shops. It's just the whole area, and now there's flowers have got, and it's made it even worse. At least we did have some flowers before. What they have done is built this little block here. I don't know quite what it is, but like a block there, and this new crane's working on that. The other one's having a rest. There's a lorry there with loads of new Lego parts. And the other crane's doing nothing. You'd think after 5 weeks they'd be wanting to clock on, wouldn't you? Doesn't actually make much sense what that is at all, but no doubt we'll find out sooner or later. Well, while I was up this end, I was just looking at Jubilee Gardens, which was built going to 1877. Must be one of the smallest parks in the country. Good selection of weeds. not really used. You see an odd one or two sitting round. It's a nice pleasant little area. We've got some buddleia, laurel bushes, a mountain block from the old Chetwood, very historic. And another stone there. It's a nice little area, and how many people perhaps never been for years or walk past it and never give it a second thought. With a bit of love and care, it would be quite nice. We've got some nice berries here on the tree. Some, oh, there's weeds or flowers over there. Just blighted by the limelight. It's time somebody did something with the limelight. It's been empty for donkey's years, hasn't it? And nothing's ever been done. A bit of a distant view. Neither cranes are actually moving. The bit at the end they're doing is supposed to be the same as this top end, where it's like a public access. So that's supposed to be repeated there. So that bit is going up pretty quick. Not the fact you can see anybody working, but there's another lorry. And you can see the size of the block, so it doesn't take many blocks to build it up, does it? Not like you're doing it brick by brick. But again, there's no sign of any major activity. Well, the new Kurdish restaurant, they seem to be cracking on with that. Got half the bloody roof off up there. It's quite a major job they're doing. By the old library, it has been a good show with the flowers. But it was due to start demolition any time now. So that'll be the next fun and game. Well, it certainly isn't a nice show, and they do have a big flower pot over there with lots of flowers. We just want bloody shops though, not flowers. Well, they have gone mad on the Baden-Powell Memorial. Lovely display. Whether it's the Scouts or the council that's done this. We've got potentillers and hydrangeas and all sorts. Of course, Baden-Powell, leader of the Scouts, was one of the greatest spies originally. Well, the old screen again's not working. Say, I thought they'd have like the BBC News or the football on or something, or local adverts, or what the council's doing, or something like that. They're doing Manchester. The flowers are slowly coming up, or not. Clematis there looks a bit rough. Whether anybody's actually been watering them. We've got some azaleas and red hot pokers and various other things. Well, we do have a selection of beggars today uptown, and whether any of these are genuine or not is another matter, but one of the problems is half of them aren't genuine and got a home, and you know, expose it for those that are genuinely homeless.